How long does it take to make money from high-ticket dropshipping? I get the question all the time, how long is it going to take me to profit $5,000 per month on a consistent basis in high-ticket dropshipping? And I understand the premise and the motivation for the question, so let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. If you're new, subscribe for daily high-ticket dropshipping content. I upload daily videos all about various topics of high-ticket dropshipping, the business model as a whole. I do screen shares of niche research, Google Ads, product page optimization, all that good stuff, anything about high-ticket dropshipping. And if you are someone that is serious about starting an online business, specifically a high-ticket dropshipping business, my program is in the link in the description below. It is a step-by-step process of exactly how to do it and includes one-on-one mentorship with me. Right now, it is January 17th as I am recording this, and the current version of the program that is linked in the description below is the one that I initially built back in 2022, late 2022. And the new version, which is coming out in a couple weeks from now, the version 2.0, you will be grandfathered in at no additional cost if you get the program now. And once that new program goes live, it'll be a lot more expensive than what it currently is. So if you're interested in saving some money and joining the program, click the link below. So let's talk about how long it takes to make money from high-ticket dropshipping. Well, first, we'll talk briefly about how long does it take to actually get up and running with a high-ticket dropshipping business. And then how long does it take to get sales? How long does it take to scale to whatever arbitrary number you have given yourself as far as your goal? So let's talk about how long it takes to get set up. Well, I can tell you, this course that I'm currently recording, the new version of the course, I'm literally building an entirely new, from scratch, high-ticket dropshipping business, recording every step I'm going through, from signing up for Shopify and walking through like the business credentials that you need, to choosing a niche, to building a website, to SEO, to running Google Ads, to literally calling suppliers. You will watch me call suppliers on the phone and getting real companies, real US-based manufacturers. This is all in the course. I record it all. This has all taken me less than a month to get this up and running to where it's going to be an actual business that will be online. It's taken me less than a month, from step A to step Z. Now, I'm someone that has done this for a long time. I know the steps. I know how to speak the language of suppliers. I know a lot about Shopify. I know where everything's at. It doesn't take me very long to build a website. In fact, I can build a website for a client in a few hours. So someone that is brand new to this, that has never used Shopify, has never reached out to suppliers, has never had an online business, there are things that are just going to take longer to kind of get up to speed with. And so it really comes down to how much time in the day do you have to dedicate to this? Do you work from home? Do you have a full-time job? Are you a student? And, I would say if you can dedicate 3 hours a day on a consistent basis for a month, that is enough to get up and running with this thing, even if you have zero experience at all. Okay, so let's assume you've taken the steps, you've chosen your niche, built your website, gotten suppliers, you've got your product pages, you've got your listings, and now it's time to go live with Google Ads, and obviously your SEO goes live the day that your website is set up. That's kind of just when your actual SEO begins, whether it's good or bad. So SEO long term, let's talk about Google Ads. Because Google Ads, as opposed to SEO, are kind of like, that's where the immediate revenue potential comes from. Although, a quick side note, once you actually connect all of your products to Google Merchant Center, you will be eligible for both Google Shopping ads, assuming that you followed all of the Google Merchant Center checklist steps, which are actually in my course. I walk through how to avoid Google Merchant Center suspension at all costs. And assuming you've gone through those steps, and you are approved for Google Shopping ads, well, you will also be approved for free Google listings. And what free Google listings are, as the name suggests, it is Google literally listing your products for free. So if you go to the shopping tab, whenever you type in a product on Google, At the top, the shopping ads will be there, but down below, all these free Google listings will be there, and your products will show up there automatically, and you will randomly get sales from there from time to time. It has happened to me like once, sometimes once a month, sometimes once every other month over the course of time. Anyway, let's assume we're just talking about Google Ads. How long does it take to see return from Google Ads? This is where there are a lot more variables that enter the chat, if you will, where it becomes a lot more opaque and a lot more difficult for me to put a timeline on, because it is literally different for every single person in every single business. I think back to when my friend Gia and I first got started in high ticket dropshipping together. We both carried the same product on our stores. She branded hers way better than I did. My website was really shitty and I had way too many products on it. She was doing 6-figure revenue months almost immediately. It was overnight success for her. The day that she turned on ads, basically, she was getting like $18,000 orders. It was crazy. Like, it was unbelievable. And I was wildly envious. At the time, I couldn't figure out why this was. So she had like overnight success. And while that's possible, that is not the norm. That's definitely an outlier. And although you do have a higher chance of success of this if you follow proper steps to set this thing up. And then for me, it's like it took a lot longer to figure this thing out. I had to identify what was actually selling with my particular store. And then once I identified that, how do I actually market this thing and really hone in on this particular niche and scale this thing up over the course of time. And there's no one size fits all answer to that. The hardest thing is identifying what sells. And again, sometimes it's overnight for somebody. Others, it takes a while. For me, it took 3 weeks to see a sale come in. And I would say it took about a month and a half to get my first sale over $1,000. It was for the niche that ended up like turning into like a huge business for me. And so from there, I would say it took about 3 months to where I had my first like $5,000 plus net profit month. So from going live with Google Ads to having a month where I profited, it's actually closer to 10,000 that month. It took about 3 months. For some, it takes up to a year. There are so many variables. Everybody's business is different. Everybody's website is different. There are infinitely many moving parts to this thing to where it's impossible for me to even give you a ballpark answer as far as the average time. I'm sure the average number actually exists out there somewhere, but I do not have it. The point is it's different for everybody, but it's going to be quicker if you have a really good framework to follow and you optimize your website on the front end and you follow good steps and healthy steps with your Google Ads on the front end from the very get-go. And that's what's really the difference maker. And I'm speaking from experience, having taken someone else's really well-made online course. It makes all of the difference. And so, if there's an average, let's say if we're only counting the businesses that turn out to be profitable over time, I don't want to count the businesses that end up not working out or people give up or people stop trying at it, because that is the one way to ensure that your business is never profitable is by giving up. So let's assume you stick with it. I'd say the average, and with no confidence whatsoever, is maybe 6 months to get to a consistent $5,000 per month. And again, if you haven't noticed, the main thing that I focused on this whole time is Google Ads. But what we're not taking into account is how does your SEO grow over time, and how does that organic traffic start to influence the revenue that comes in just from free traffic that you don't have to pay for. That's another variable here. At the end of the day, there are 3 things that you have to get right, or at least decent, to succeed in high-ticket dropshipping. The first, and by far the biggest one, is your niche. Anyone that tells you otherwise is not correct, in my humble opinion. Your niche is the absolutely, unequivocally most important part of high-ticket dropshipping, period, end of story. Then it's your website. From an SEO perspective, from a product page perspective, is everything optimized for the search engine, and is everything optimized for the user that lands on your website? How well do you know your products? How well are your product descriptions set up? Is it just an easy buying experience? So the website. And then Google Ads. How often are you, how close of attention are you paying to your Google Ads? Are you adding 10 negative keywords here and there, like Lowe's, Home Depot, cheap, used, all the basic ones? Or are you going in there and getting super, super granular with irrelevant keywords that you're currently showing up for and you're getting clicks on, wasting money on? Are you making sure you're going in there and eliminating hundreds, thousands of negative keywords that you don't want to show up for? So over the course of 6, 9, 12 months, you have such a robust set of negative keywords to where Google has no choice but to only spend your budget, your money, on relevant keywords. And so that's kind of the holy trinity of high ticket dropshipping: your niche, your website, your Google Ads, and then I would loop SEO in with kind of all of that. It's all encompassing. SEO, I would loop in with the website. But so again, it's impossible to give anyone an answer when I get the question, how long is it going to take me to get to $5,000 consistently per month? It is literally impossible for me to tell you that. And a lot of it is going to be up to you. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you haven't, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, leave in the comments what you guys want me to talk about in these videos. Again, I'm uploading daily in 2025. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.